Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island All-Stars Season 2, Episode 23.
Listen here. I may be new to this, but I am true to this. Listen here, UK. I be right about stuff. I told y'all what was going to happen. I was wrong about Casey. I forgot about Ronnie. But subscribe, like, share, comment. You will find that we be right. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Walk us through it.
So Sammy kissed Curtis on the cheek. She married Ronnie. And she pied Luca. She said she's done with the situation.
Oh, well, you basically sealed your fate, Sammy.
So now it's time for the guys.
Yeah.
Omar kisses Tina. He said he kissed her before in another game, so it's not a big deal.
Wow.
He marries Catherine. He pies Grace, but Catherine is irritated that he would choose to kiss Tina for a second time.
How do you feel about that, Blair?
I get where Catherine is upset, but he chose to marry you, girl. I mean... I don't know. I really don't know. I hear what Catherine's saying. I'm cool with her being upset about it, but what was he supposed to do? I guess he was supposed to kiss you and marry somebody, I guess, because they're friends with you. I don't know.
I mean,
I could have gone either way.
But my thing, so can I snog another woman in front of you again? The same woman twice?
No.
And then on top of that, like when it came down to actually proposing to Catherine, he's the only guy that didn't get down on one knee.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, Omar, what are you doing? You make no sense because you could have easily kissed Tina, but you did not have to snog her the way you did. It was a pass.
It was a long kiss.
He could have kissed her on the cheek.
Yeah.
Or he could have just gave her a peck or
That's
whatever.
true.
So it's like you're playing in our face a little bit.
Luca kissed Grace, married Elma, and pied Ekin because she didn't consider his and Grace's feelings when she orchestrated him being left alone with Sammy.
Okay.
Sammy kisses Elma, marries Catherine, and pies Ekin because she snaked his girl in the heart rate competition by kissing him.
Okay. I mean, sure, Sammy. Stand up for your lady.
Yep. Ronnie kisses Grace, marries Harriet, pies Sammy because of the least compatible comment.
Okay.
Chugs kisses Tina, marries Sammy.
What?
Because he enjoys their morning bombshell conversations and she deserves love. And Danielle is annoyed and she said a comment, well, at least the feeling is mutual. He pied Ekin because he knows she can take it. They have a lot of fun together. Then it's this conversation about the fact, did you feel pied by Danielle when she didn't kiss you? And there was kind of a back and forth there. But I thought Chugs was what I expected him to be. I told y'all so.
The Oracle Blair.
I don't know. He just seemed off. I didn't feel like he was really, truly interested in Danielle or even Tina. I think he's really here for a good time, not a long time. I think he's a player. So
yeah, I would say this really showed me what Chugs is feeling, like his ego was hurt or whatever. Did I feel like Danielle rejected the kiss? I mean, if we want to do semantics with a side of lies, sure, right? I don't think he went in strong enough that you can say objectively that, like, no, I don't want to kiss you.
Right.
I felt like he was leaning, trying to see, like, hey, if I come in 10% and you come in 90, I'm going to kiss you. That's why he probably was asking during the date, like, hey, do you do kiss on first dates and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Trying to do it. But truth be told, I feel like Danielle didn't like him anyway. Danielle might be stuck on her ex. That's my opinion.
So Curtis kisses Grace. He gives her a peck because she brought confidence to Luca, marries Ekin, and pies Danielle.
Oh, boy.
Casey kisses Catherine, marries Gabby, and pies Sammy because she is his bestie's ex.
Now, listen here. Ekin got a lot of pies now. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, it is what it is. A fun game.
Danielle explains after the date he was leaning in, but she pulled back from the kiss. Chugs is over there talking to the guys and kind of saying that didn't necessarily happen that way.
Yeah.
Harriet didn't like the fact that Danielle was just ignored throughout the entire game.
Yeah, that was disrespectful.
Chugs and Danielle end up talking, and she says that the kiss wasn't the right time, but it seemed like he was edging toward it, and you guys were kind of like making light of it. Danielle walks away, and he's apparently not who she's looking for. She was trying to protect his feelings, but he wasn't man enough to say the truth.
Yeah, I think y'all making this more than what it has to be. Maybe Chugs actually made it more by not doing anything towards Danielle. He made his choice by kissing Tina. I guess to somebody, kissing Tina means something compared to Omar. It means nothing. So I can just kiss her as many times as I want because it means nothing. Poor Tina, right? But I I would say this is actually more about nothing. Danielle, you don't like the guy, right? And you just don't want to be embarrassed by the guy. Chugs, you made your decision, even though it may have been passively, your decision has been made when you went and kissed Tina. So it is what it is.
And I did feel like he was a bit disrespectful just by the fact he ignored Danielle. I mean, you just went on a date with the girl. So that's why I'm saying it comes across kind of playerish, because you're not going to give her any attention after y'all went on a date. Yeah. It's just like you just are just running wild out here. It really doesn't matter who you get.
Yeah, but it's funny because it doesn't, playerish seem to give him too much credit. It came off as like a temper tantrum, almost like a passive one, like, oh, you didn't kiss me, so I'm gonna choose the other girl.
But see, I didn't even see it like that. I felt like he just wanted to entertain other women. I
mean the other girl, I guess, but it is what it is. Truth be told, y'all not gonna make them the main characters of this.
That is true.
Of this season. Who cares about what Chugs and who he picked? You know.
So we get into Omar and Catherine. Yeah. Catherine didn't like that Omar kissed Tina. Omar says that he looked at marriage as important, so he wanted to choose Catherine for marriage. Yeah. He does apologize to her, and Catherine tells him, don't do anything else, especially with Tina. It's been enough times you kissed Tina.
It felt like he didn't want to be told that.
Yeah.
It felt like he was like, well, it's nothing. How do you feel about the whole Omar and Catherine thing? Do you still feel like Omar was that he really is sorry for the mistake he did, or is he weaponizing his incompetence?
I don't know if he's necessarily
I'm leading the witness, by
anything.
The way.
I don't think he's necessarily weaponizing anything, and I also don't think he feels that bad about it. Honestly, I don't think he cares about I don't think he cares about Catherine that much, to be honest. I think that Catherine is more invested in this relationship actually going somewhere, and he just seems like too laid back about it. I don't think he's that excited by her. At least we haven't seen it. So
one of our viewers and commenters said that he feels like Omar, or they feel like Omar was being truthful when he was talking to one of the bombshells, talking about the grass is not always greener on the other side. Kind of basically alluding that, like he's happy where he's happy where he's at. And I don't think so, right? I think he's weaponizing his incompetence. Basically saying like, it's nothing. Like, I didn't know that would upset you. And Catherine over there basically yelling at him saying, I'm letting you know this upsets me. Don't do it. Don't do it. And he's trying to make it seem like marriage is a big deal to me. Well, guess what? There was many guys besides you, Omar, that not only married the girl that they said that they was going to marry, they kissed them too, right? You was the only one that was tongue kissing one girl while trying to make it seem like a kiss is just a kiss, right? But marriage is serious, and I take that very seriously, and that's why I gave it to you while I did not get down on one knee. It's weird, like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, they hug it out. Tina and Chugs talk. Yeah. Tina didn't have an initial attraction for him at first, but she's willing to give it a chance. Beggars can't be choosers.
Listen here.
Pretty much.
Whole time you over here trying to pick another girl, and like the other girl was like, I thought he was ugly.
So Sammy goes over to Ekin to apologize, and Elma tells him, don't apologize. Ekin starts crying because she's sick of always being strong. She did get pied a lot. Yeah. Curtis ends up consoling her, and Elma and he feels like Elma kicked Ekin while she was low. So Curtis then grabs Elma, and he feels like she's not taking Ekin's feelings into consideration. Yeah. Sammy said that says that he was sorry about the pieing, but Elma didn't want him to apologize because she wanted him to stand on what he said. Yeah. And she feels like if you had a reason for pieing her, just stand on that. And that's what she believes, and she's not going to let Curtis tell her how she needs to feel or what she needs to do. Yeah. So pretty much she calls Curtis a mouthpiece, and she ends up storming off. Ooh. Sammy says that he stands by why he pied her, but he still just wanted to make sure she was okay. Yeah. And, he's thinking that Elma's probably still upset with Ekin because she kissed him.
Do you want to go first or me?
I'll go first because to me, this was like a very small situation. Yeah. Ekin, you weren't the only one pied. So I don't know why you're like, I've got to be the strong one and take everything. And I guess maybe because Elma made that comment, but I don't really think Ekin was that bothered by it, honestly. I think Ekin is doing Ekin. However, Elma, that wasn't necessary. Yeah. I feel like if Sammy wants to go over and to apologize to the girl, that's his business. So.
Yeah, I feel like Elma's trying to make it about her, while at the same time Ekin's trying to make it about her, or trying to gaslight, right? Here's the thing about it. Ekin, this has nothing to do with you always having to be strong. You trying to take a game and trying to make it a like life thing. I'm tired of being strong. And it's so funny it's coming from you, because Ekin, when it comes to you in games, you try to win every game.
Right.
Even kissing and holding and touching below the abs and things like that. Don't try to act like kissing Sammy and you did not kiss no other guy wasn't your way of trying to, stir up some drama with Elma, because Elma's emotional, right? Now, let me go to Elma. Elma, please stop making the show about you. Like everything is not about you. Your man went over there to basically, while walking past, just to apologize to Ekin, just to be like, you good? You get what I'm saying? It came off Elma, and this may be a stretch. Do you know how those girlfriends to where, how there's those girlfriends that's like, my man can only be nice to me?
Yeah.
And don't be nice to nobody else. Don't hold the door for her. Don't say thank you to her. Matter of fact, when we at a restaurant, waiter, don't look at him. It just came off as like him apologizing, or him basically going over there to check up on her to see was she okay, does not take away the fact that she got pied, right? And also, it has nothing to do with you. He's going over there to say like, look, no hard feelings, but I just had to do what I had to do, because truth be told, it's not like he really disliked the girl. You made it really dislike the girl, but don't put that on him. And please, we don't want to see no more emotional Elma around the villa.
Right. So it's nighttime. Luca and Grace sleep outside again.
Yeah.
The next day, Elma and Ekin talk. Elma hasn't been comfortable around Ekin.
Yeah.
She thought that Sammy should stand on business for saying why he pied her. Ekin feels like they have a pretty good friendship, and she doesn't want them to not be okay.
Yeah.
Catherine is in the mix and says that, but Ekin is being apologetic and trying to get Elma to accept her apology. Elma does forgive her, and she respects the apology, but it's still hard for her to forget.
Listen here, I'm gonna give Catherine a little bail out of jail, because she was quiet for a good long time, and it felt like they was going in circles at one point. And Catherine just basically was like, look, she just trying to apologize. Elma, it's pie. like it's not a enemy for life. You get what I'm saying? This did not ruin your chance of y'all being together, of y'all making it to the end. Ekin, stop gaslighting this girl and trying to make it seem like you just kissed Sammy and basically the heart rate challenge. You were so into it that I didn't know I kissed Sammy. It's like, all right, you were trying to poke fun at Elma and basically trying to create the scene. You get what I'm saying? And it is what it is.
Although I say what I say, I still feel like Elma is right for feeling how she felt, because Ekin said that she wouldn't kiss him, and then she went ahead and did it and then lied about it right after. So I totally get if Elma doesn't trust Ekin, and they don't have to be really friends or anything like that. But as long as they're in the villa, they can be cool as long as Ekin stays on her side.
100%.
So the Islanders get a text. It is time for the recoupling, where the boys get to choose.
Run me through it.
Ronnie chooses Harriet. Curtis chooses Ekin. Omar chooses Catherine. Sammy chooses Elma. Casey chooses Gabby. Luca, of course, chooses Grace. And Chug selects Tina.
And then what happened next?
Sammy and Danielle were dumped from the island.
See, this is what I don't like. So this is basically the Save Grace season. How come y'all couldn't dump Tina and Grace last recoupling, when like the bombshell came in? You see, this is what I don't like, right? And this is where I'm gonna start getting on the producers at the UK, like I did in last season of Love Island UK, right? First of all, the reason why I am not a fan of Grace, or I'm starting not to become a fan of Grace, is because I understand that y'all say, hey, people sleeping outside the show a United Front is normal on Love Island. I'm just not a fan of it. I don't like the fact that, hey, we could do a recoupling, or the fans could do a recoupling, right? And then y'all could just decide not to choose to ignore it completely and be like, well, I'm gonna sleep with whoever I'm gonna sleep with. No. Because guess what? Danielle and Chugs got into an argument and things like that, to where Danielle was like, the feeling is mutual. I ain't really into you. And guess where Chugs was that night?
In the bed.
In the bed with Danielle, right? So whole time, Grace is over here trying to act like she's a girl's girl and things like that, while affecting Sammy's experience, right, on Love Island. And I understand that's her man and things of that nature. But the same thing that you did to Sammy, you did to Omar last season in Love Island, right? Remember when where Omar and Grace was coupled, but she stayed sleeping with Joey. She stayed talking to Joey and not giving Omar anything. Basically, hey, look, we gonna be respectful and things like that, but it is what it is. And guess what happened? Omar got dumped from the island. So the same thing happened again, and guess what? The same character is still in place, the same common denominator. Grace is in a situation. Last time Joey didn't like it, this time Grace don't like it, and guess where she's at? We gonna stay in the same bed, and we gonna be a couple, even though we're not a couple. And then it so happens when the guy picks Grace, and then all of a sudden the girl get dumped off the island. Grace should have went home last time with Tina. And now guess what? Tina and Grace still here. Anything else?
So Danielle and Sammy have their interview with Maya.
Oh, I totally forgot about this.
Yeah, Sammy said that it was hard because the connections in there were strong. Luca was her initial attraction. He did message her first in the DMs.
Yeah.
But Sammy thinks that things would have been different if she came sooner. And I agree. I think Luca would have been all in with Sammy if she came in sooner. I think Luca is just, like I always say, a lover boy. He wants somebody to love on. He really doesn't want to do this dating around thing.
Yeah.
So once he latched onto Sammy, it would have been Sammy to the end.
Okay.
So you just didn't come in soon enough, girl. Danielle said that Curtis was very flirty, but that ended. She wasn't really feeling the kiss with Chugs, so she didn't move forward to kiss him. And unfortunately, that got her out. But I think, fortunately, she don't have to be with Chugs, so I don't think he's a prize.
And here's the thing, Sammy. I understand that your point of interest was Luca, but don't try to make it seem like, oh, if I just would have came in sooner, if you would have came in sooner, you know what would have happened? Luca wouldn't have went for you. Luca wouldn't have went for you. Like because at the end of the day, Luca don't really be like going for people.
Right.
Like Luca's a child in many ways. So don't try to make it seem like, oh, if I would have came in sooner, me and Luca definitely would have been together, or like I would have had a better chance. You had this chance, and every time that it felt awkward, what were you doing? You was up in the terrace crying.
Yeah.
You was up in the corner by the fire pit crying.
You
and
wasn't
things.
fighting for your man.
You
girl.
wasn't acting like a bombshell and basically saying, Luca, come here.
Yeah.
The fact that Luca was even indecisive and that he gave you basically a chance to basically convince him when he kissed you, to where him and Grace had an argument and things of that nature.
He gave you the signal.
He gave you the back signal. And what do? You cry because I don't want to feel this way. It's awkward. Go home. Go home. I'm tired. Get the little girls off the island too.
But I will say I liked how Danielle came in with her bombshell experience.
Yeah.
I think that she really came in and shook the table, and it really wasn't any guys in there for her. It just was unfortunate.
Truth be told, the minute that you went for Curtis and he said no, and basically Ekin won, you was already like, you wasn't gonna win. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like so it is what it is. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see y'all Sunday.
Yep.
Sunday, we see y'all.
Bye.